Hello, it is me again, Flores. And today we're going to talk about the INFJ once again, because when I look at my last video, it got some views and I'm like, hey, actually I want to make videos about different types, because INFJs, they are not in the majority. They're, minor percentage of people are actually INFJs. But the funny thing is that a lot of people think they're INFJs. So apparently the way to reach a lot of people is to make videos about INFJs. Anyway, I wonder if after this video you're still gonna want to be an INFJ. Because I'm going to expose you. No, I'm going to tell on the secrets of the INFJ because, INFJs are not fairies. They're not like unicorns. There's a positive and a negative side to every personality. And INFJs, are often glorified for some reason. But hey, I am here to balance things out, and if I look awkwardly into the camera, it's because the light is shining on me and it's really bright. Okay, I'm going to start with one secret that will explain. By the way, am I recording? Yes. I will start with one secret that will actually explain the majority of the secrets, the issues the INFJ has and doesn't want you to know about. Okay? And number one is something that all INFJs have to recognize, and that is they feel out of, how did I say it? Yeah, they feel out of place in their bodies. Your body is a physical object. And INFJs are in their heads a lot. So they are constantly busy with their NI. And NI is a perceiving function. And they're perceiving internally. They're perceiving their thoughts all the time. But, to perceive your body, some people say, you need SI for that. I'm not sure. But to move around in the physical world, you need a grasp of the space around you, the objects around you, okay? You cannot just walk and bump into something. You have to keep looking around you. You have to use SE, is my point. And because their SE is inferior, they have a hard time with it. So one of the symptoms is, INFJs, I believe that they feel like they're a ghost. They're a ghost floating about. It's like a mind that is just moving. It's like a spirit maybe. It's just a mind. They feel like they are in their minds a lot. They probably identify with their minds a lot. They do not identify with their bodies so much. So that is number one. They feel out of place in their bodies. And how can you tell? Let me think about this. Look, have you ever seen an INFJ dance? I haven't, because they probably don't. Okay? They are afraid to move, to express themselves with their body, to, make big gestures. They're really they move really quietly, and they don't have a swagger or something. They don't have swagger. They move very quietly, and they don't make sudden movements. They're just... It's they don't want to bother anybody with their butt. They're not gonna go bumping into people like I need to pass. Oh, I wanted to say something I'm not gonna say. No, I want to pass, F out the way. They're not like that. they're really like gentle and I believe that they are also not very touchy-feely. So if you have a friend that's an INFJ, they're probably not gonna feel comfortable giving a lot of hugs, taps on the shoulder, feeling on your hair, like, oh, what kind of product do you use for your hair? They will not want to touch. Anyway, there are exceptions. By the way, there are exceptions because it's funny. I have noticed this when an INFJ likes you, they are going to want to be touched a little bit, like low-key something. Because I knew an INFJ and she had like some new pants or something. And she said to me, yeah, look at these pants. I'm like, okay, yeah, nice. She's like, no, but feel that they're really good. I'm like, okay, fine. But I'm like, yeah, I believe you. And no, feel it. Like, yeah, I can see the material. I know what kind of material this is. No, but touch it. Oh, God. Okay. Anyway, we move on to the second part. But a lot of these secrets, a lot of these points, they stem from this first part. Inferior SE. So, the second one, that secret that INFJs do not want you to know about, is they are, a lot of them, and it's such a bad thing, I don't like this, but they are jealous. They are jealous. A lot of them, they can become really jealous. Why? Look, in their NI fantasy world, okay, where all of the magic happens. The thing about the NI is it's constantly synthesizing new thoughts in their mind, and what can happen in your mind is everything looks perfect in your mind, right? So they hold themselves, they're kind of perfectionistic because they hold themselves to the idealistic vision of themselves in their minds. They're not connected with reality. They're connected to their mind all the time. So when they, discover that, in their mind, they might say, you know what? I'm going to become a brilliant dancer. I'm going to become prima ballerina. And of course, with their inferior SE, it's probably not going to work out. Unless they have a lot of luck, I cannot imagine this. But, so they might think, yeah, it must be feasible if I just try hard enough and stuff like this. And they think into the future, and the NI thinks into the future, and the NI just envisions them being on the stage and getting this applause and being so accomplished, and society recognizing your accolades. And here comes reality. Reality is they go to dance class and it's kind of hard. So they try really hard. They're perfectionists. They want to get it right, okay? But they just give it their all. But in the end, it's the person. It's perhaps an ISFP who is more gifted in SE than they are. It's it might be an ISFP that gets the part as the prima ballerina. And, if I look at an INFJ, I would not advise them to take a SE heavy career like that. But in their minds, they're like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And they want to do it because the inferior SE, it's like, it poses something that you really want, but you can never really get. So their dreams will be crushed. And then, because they still have this idealistic vision in their minds, I should have become prima ballerina, okay? Look at this, this is Black Swan. Wow, let's not get into Black Swan, let's not get into Natalie Portman. Which she was very good in Black Swan, by the way. Because that's her personality, basically, that she's playing. Yeah, they still hold themselves to this idealistic vision of themselves, so they will look at the other person like, you stole my dreams. You know, what you have, I am supposed to have. Because they're like obsessed. It's like this NI goes with SE, it is a loop. It goes on and on like, I'm supposed to have this, I'm supposed to have this. And they drive themselves crazy. And they can become jealous because of that. But you know, this is an extreme example. It can also be, you know, that yeah, but it always I feel it's a thing. It starts with a vision. It starts with a vision of themselves achieving this greatness, and then at some point in their lives, they will look back at their dreams and at their current situation, and they will become totally like, oh, I should have had all that. I am talented, because they really believe that they are talented in that field. I am talented, I should have, but, and then they come up with all kinds of excuses why it isn't worked out. The fact of the matter is, you're not supposed to have that, because that's not your talent, okay? Because they get jealous of SE things, like other people who have more wealth, who look better, who look younger, who are, yeah, better dancers, who knows. INFJs let it go. So, yeah, so that's the second part. Second secret. You're jealous. Okay, we go back to the third secret. Yeah, so this one is kind of funny. it's funny to watch to me, and it's kind of awkward to watch for other people. But INFJs, have you ever seen INFJs like playing with children freely? Like, oh, do you think, can you envision this? Like an INFJ being really good with children? Because I can't. And I've never seen it. You know, as I discussed before, the NI pre-plans, you know, their step. It envisioned a perfect way of doing things into the future. And the thing about kids is they're unpredictable. They can be very unpredictable. They're very in the moment. They're very spontaneous. They get messy. They get smelly. They can screw up your home decor. They can throw water on the floor and break a glass. And, you know, all of these SE related surprises are related to children. Yeah, they give you a lot of surprises SE wise, you know. They can scream all of a sudden, they can jump in front of you, they can jump on you, they can throw something at you. That's a lot of SE to handle. So these INFJs, it's like they don't like this unpredictability about kids. And it's like, and I feel kind of bad when I see an INFJ with a child. I feel bad for the kid, actually, because I feel you should be with somebody who really kind of appreciates the fact that you're a you know, silly kid. And you know what the INFJ ultimately wants. If an INFJ ever has children, they want a well-behaved child. Okay, they want a child that's well-behaved, that's, you know, not gonna mess their house up, that's really, you know, neat, and doesn't you know, leave their house cluttered, and is, you know, good with their personal hygiene. That is the ideal INFJ child, right? And who also, by the way, performs well in school and gets kind of diplomas, or, you know, makes the INFJ's dreams come true. Anyway, it's something else. But that would be the ideal INFJ child, but such children almost do not exist. They exist, but they're so rare. And most children are just more, they're easygoing, they're in the moment. So, and, you know, it's hard for the INFJ to handle. And they actually really do not like it. So what will happen is that because they cannot handle the spontaneity. It makes them feel uncomfortable. They don't know how to respond in the moment. They do not know how to be in the moment like the kid is. They will kind of resent the kid for that. Like, oh, look what you make me do. You make me go outside, and now my pants is dirty, and now, and then now you spilled your drink all over yourself. I don't know what to do, and they will kind of like resent the child for that. So that's why I would feel bad for a child. Of course, you have different types of INFJ. So if you're an INFJ that grew up in a very busy household, and you had to deal with your brothers and sisters when you were little, but then I would imagine that you would be a little bit better with children. But the worst kind of INFJ is the INFJ only child. Because if you're an INFJ and you're an only child, you will not know how to deal with people whatsoever. So, yeah, that is number 3. Yeah, number 4, actually I discussed this already. It's like they always feel like they should be doing better in life because their vision, their NI vision is so, it's just this an ideal vision that of the world and of their life that doesn't really exist in reality. And it's heavily influenced by their SE, and the SE is like, it's like the devil for them, because SE is like, it's so seductive, like, if only I could become this beautiful, this accomplished person with this big house with all of these adornments, with this this life is, oh Lord, have you seen the video? Like, why did I watch this video? But this video with Liv Tyler, who I believe is an INFJ. I like Liv Tyler, by the way. But, if you look at her house, everything is like, oh, and I did this light because it gives a beautiful cast all over the stairway. And at first I wasn't sure if it was gonna work because it is pink. But now I really love it, and it gives this beautiful aura to the space, and everybody that comes here just loves it. And I'm like, okay, so Liv Tyler has enough money to do whatever she wants to her New York home. That is not the reality for most INFJs. So they may dream about this house that has everything and is beautiful. And what was my point? Yeah, and when they don't have that, they are constantly confronted with it, because their mind, there's this discrepancy between what lives in their mind and what lives in the outside world. And they want things to be beautiful, they want things to be grand, they want things to be luxurious, like high quality. I had this friend, she's an INTJ, and INTJs have kind of the same problem, but for them it's not really a problem, because INTJs are usually good at making money, so they can actually buy all of these expensive things for themselves. But I had an INTJ say to me, like, yes, I shower with this special shower gel from France, and it is a very high quality. And I was like, your shower gel is very high quality? Yeah, I mean, which in her mind, I know she spent a lot on that shit, but I'm like, you don't have to spend that much to get a good shower gel. It's like, oh, it is very high quality. Like, let it go, it's just shower gel, okay? Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the difference between INFJ and INTJ. They have the same kind of taste, but INTJ is able to get to shape their reality according to their taste. Yeah, so the camera just shut off at the moment suprême, you know, talking about the last and final secret of the INFJ that they do not want you to know. But, you know, if you're an INFJ, you're gonna have to deal with this. And if you want to be an INFJ, okay, most people, they're not INFJs, but they think they're INFJs. And I'm like, after hearing about this, I'm not sure you're gonna still want to be one. So it is linked to the fact that they feel out of place in their bodies. So have you ever imagined? Actually, maybe you don't even have to imagine, you've been through it. But let me just be blunt. The INFJ sex life is usually boring. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. It's the way it is. It's because it's the same you know, because of the same reason. Their inferior SE doesn't allow them to really experience sensory experiences that to the fullest. So they're not really in the moment because of NI. They're not really in the moment. They're always with their mind somewhere else. They're not really, don't really know how to enjoy things with their body. They, you know, actually I thought about it, and what came to mind, what would be ideal sex for the INFJ, I'm going to tell you. Do you know this movie? Do you know this movie, Demolition Man? It's with Sylvester Stallone, Sandra Bullock, and what's his name? Wesley Snipes. Okay. And there you have Sylvester Stallone, and he was from times past, times gone by. He is frozen. He was frozen in the past, and now he's like, they melted him, and now he is like getting training and becoming a cop or something. Anyway, so there is Sylvester Stallone, who is from the past, and there is Sandra Bullock, who's from the future. And Sandra Bullock is like, would you like to have sex? And Sylvester Stallone is like, oh, yeah, okay. And what he doesn't expect is that she comes with this device that they have to put on their head. And with this device, they're having sex with their minds. Okay, I don't know if I can find a clip. But yeah, that is the ideal way of having sex with an INFJ. That is the INFJ's ideal way of having sex.
All right, Huxley, what do you say we just do it the old-fashioned way?
Ew, disgusting. You mean fluid transfer?
I mean, boning, the wild mambo.
With their mind. If they could do it like this, they would. But who wants to do it like that? Come on. The INFJ does. So that is the last point, people. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you want me to talk about next. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel for more truth bombing videos about MBTI types, because I keep it real. I stay keeping it real because I cannot stand these videos that talk about fairy tales. So give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.